Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk, the whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
Ruth Obozegin.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk, the whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
Ruth Obozegin.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk, the whole truth. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosu.
Hi, I'm Ruth Obozegin. This is Celebration Television Newsdesk. Many thanks for joining us. And here are top stories for the day. Service Chiefs Nigeria Senate asks President to use federal character. Brazil hit by deadly rain and landslides. ICPC conduct ethics and integrity compliance on government organizations. I spend $2 million monthly on charity, says Father Mbaka. I will knock Plef out in 11th round, says Joshua. The details of the news will be after this brief timeout. Please join us again. Welcome back. The Senate on Tuesday passed for second reading a bill to establish the Armed Forces Service Commission. The legislation wants the proposed agency to ensure that the President adheres strictly to Federal Character Commission principles in the appointment of service chiefs. The law will also make it possible for aggrieved Nigerians to sue the Commission if they feel its principles are ignored in service chiefs' appointment. If passed into law by both chambers and assented to by the President, the agitation for due process in such appointments would become a thing of the past. The current service chiefs and Major General Abayomi Gabriel Olunisikan, Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Tokyo Buratai, Chief of Army Staff, Rear Admiral Ibok Ete Ekwe Ibas, Chief of Naval Staff, Air Vice Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Monday Ruku Morgan, Chief of Defense Intelligence, and Major General Babagana Munguno, National Security Advisor. In his lead debate on Tuesday, the sponsor of the Armed Forces Service Commission Establishment Bill, Senator Eyenia Abaribe, said the bill pursuant to Section 219 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, conferred some powers on the National Assembly. According to him, the Parliament, in giving effect to the functions specialized in Sections 217 and 218 of the Constitution, shall have the power to ensure that the composition of armed forces reflects federal character. He also said the President has the power to appoint the CDS, COAS, CNS, CAS, and heads of any other branch of the armed forces as may be established by an act of the National Assembly. In another story, NCDC boss in isolation after China trip, Nigeria reps move to suspend plenary. The fear of the coronavirus spread in the country, Nigeria, grew on Tuesday as the House of Representatives resolved that the National Assembly should suspend plenary to prevent lawmakers from being affected with the disease. The House took the decision as the Minister of Health, Dr. Osage Ehanire, said the Director General of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, Dr. Chikwe Ihekwazu, who had just returned from China, was in self-isolation for 14 days. Also, the federal government said it had deployed environmental health officers in public places such as motor parks, markets, and schools to stem the spread of the disease. But despite government's effort, fear of spread of the disease heightened as patients and their relatives in some hospitals, including the National Hospital Abuja, were on Tuesday wary of people with symptoms such as sneezing and coughing, which are similar to coronavirus. However, as the coronavirus panic increased, the Vice Chairman of Senate Committee on Customs, Senator Francis Fadahunsi, raised the alarm that unrestricted smuggling of Chinese Okirika second-hand clothes into Nigeria through on a port in Rivers State, Nigeria, could worsen the disease in the country. However, following the diagnosis of an Italian businessman with the disease on Thursday, no fewer than 58 people are currently being isolated. The Italian, who arrived in the country on Monday last week aboard a Turkish Airlines flight, went to Rafaj, African PLC, Iwekoro, Ogun State, from where he was referred to Lagos when he developed symptoms similar to coronavirus. He was diagnosed with coronavirus and he is currently in isolation at the Infectious Disease Hospital, Yaba, Lagos State, Nigeria. The government had on Monday raised the alarm that 158 people aboard the same plane with the Italian could not be traced, raising concerns that the level of the spread of the disease could not be ascertained. On Tuesday, the House of Representatives called for the suspension of the National Assembly plenary for 2 weeks. The House said the management of the legislature should install screening and sanitization devices at the National Assembly complex during the period. While they were making the call, the lawmakers were cautious in their interactions with one another for fear of being infected with the virus. Moving on, National Assembly panel sends NIMASA team out of public hearing. The National Assembly Joint Committee, which is investigating activities of foreign vessel owners in the country on Tuesday, walked out the representatives of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency from a public hearing. The panel threatened to sanction its Director General Dakuku Peterside if he failed to honor the rescheduled meeting by appearing in person. The Chairman, Senate Committee on Local Content, Senator Teslim Folarin, and his colleague in the House of Representatives, Lego Idagbo, lamented Peterside's decision to shun the invitation despite several reminders. The members of the Joint National Assembly Committee on Local Content, Petroleum Downstream and Legislative Compliance are currently investigating the breach of the Nigerian laws by foreign vessel owners in the country. However, reacting to the refusal of the NIMASA boss to shun the event, Folarin wondered why Peterside, who allegedly picked Tuesday as the most convenient time to honor the lawmakers' invitation, having failed to honor previous appointments, decided to send representatives. The leader of NIMASA team was not allowed to introduce himself before he was asked to explain his mission and on what capacity he was appearing before the panel. Having established that Peterside would not be physically present to answer questions from the panel members, Folarin walked out the agency's members. And inside Africa and still on coronavirus, Tanzania president prefers food greeting. Tanzania State House has shared a picture of President John Magufuli exchanging a food greeting with opposition politician Maalim Seif Sharif Hamad, observing new measures by the Health Ministry to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The deadly virus, which broke out in January in China's central city of Wuhan, has killed more than 3,000 people globally. Most of the deaths are in China, but over the past days, there were 9 times more new infections outside China than inside. Governments around the world, including Tanzania, have advised people to avoid hugging, kissing and greeting people by hand to prevent the spread of the virus. Tanzania has not registered any suspected cases, however, but Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, Nigeria and Senegal are the only countries in Africa to report positive cases of the virus. Again, and in Ethiopia, the country calls U.S. view totally unacceptable. Ethiopia has said the U.S. position on the controversial Nile River mega dam project is totally unacceptable. The U.S. is negotiating between Ethiopia and Egypt in the ongoing dispute over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam that some fear could lead to war. Ethiopia accused the U.S. of overstepping its role as a neutral observer after the U.S. said the dam should not be completed without an agreement. But its foreign minister said Ethiopia would continue to attend the talks. Upon completion, the dam will be Africa's biggest hydroelectric power plant and provide Ethiopia and some neighbors with huge amounts of electricity and energy security. The country wants to start filling the dam in June, but countries downstream are concerned about the impact on their water supply. Now, it's time for break, and when we return, we shall be taking a look at the news from the United States of Africa. And one of the news stories we'll be looking at is Biden seals comeback with strings of victories. The details of the news after now. Stay with us.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk, the whole truth. The people's paradise.
I am coming to Cross River State, Calabar. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward so much to being in Calabar. I was in Calabar some years ago and it was mind-blowing.
If you must be great and you desire a great future, then you must be ready to fight.
Every part of the South State, be my guest. As we gather in Calabar, the venue is now being scrolled. Greater Works comes to Calabar. It's going to be 2 days, wonderful experience, move of God, outstanding manifestation of the Holy Spirit. The Bible said, this gospel shall be preached, and then shall the end come. Tell as much people you can tell that Johnson Suleiman is coming to Calabar. Be my guest as I come to Calabar.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying tuned. Now, we'll move ahead with the news stories. Joe Biden has won 8 of the 14 states that voted to pick a Democratic White House candidate on Super Tuesday, a remarkable rebound for his campaign. The ex-U.S. Vice President has swept Massachusetts, Minnesota, Oklahoma, North Carolina, and other countries, but Bernie Sanders is being projected to win the biggest prize of the night, California and 3 other states. They lead the race to face Republican President Donald Trump in November. North Carolina and crucial because they are the key swing states in the 2020 election. Exit poll data across the board suggests that Mr. Biden has attracted large majorities of African Americans voters, a crucial bloc for the Democratic Party. He also appears to have won among the type of suburban voters who pollsters say they have been turning away from the current U.S. president. In North America and in pictures, Brazil hit by deadly rain and landslides. About a month's worth of rain have been dumped on some areas in a matter of hours. Brazil's southeast region has suffered from heavy rainfall and storms during what has been a particularly hot summer. Was hit in Sao Paulo state, where at least 18 deaths have been reported. Among the victims are a mother of a child, as well as 2 firefighters. They were trying to rescue the child who was buried under the rubble when a second landslide hit. In the Garuda municipality, a number of houses were swept away by the landslides. However, local residents are helping the firefighters in the search and cleanup operation. A number of roads have been blocked by landslides and fallen trees. About a month's worth of rain have been dumped on some areas in a matter of hours. Now, moving on to Kingdom, I spend $2 million monthly on charity, says Father Umbaka. Spiritual Director of Adoration Ministry Enugu, Reverend Father Ejike Umbaka, on Tuesday said he spent an average of $2 million monthly on charity. The Catholic priest disclosed this while presenting 18.8 million naira bank draft to the management of the Annunciation Specialist Hospital Enugu on behalf of multi-lifesavers for the less privileged and non-profit arm of his ministry. He equally gave 50,000 naira and a bag of rice each to 200 Enugu members of the Charismatic Renewal of Nigeria. Umbaka explained that the 18.8 million naira was to cover accumulated free medical services that the hospital had rendered to indigent people on his bill, amounting to over 14 million naira. He said they are basically here to continue the relationship that this wonderful health facility has with the charity organization and Adoration Ministry Enugu, Nigeria. He stated that they presented a bank draft worth 18.8 million naira to them to cover the accumulated bills of indigent patients they had treated at their instance, plus a deposit for other indigent patients that would come here in future. Also, they do this every day, and it is on record that there is no month that he doesn't spend at least $2 million on charity. So this visit is just one out of the several charity outings that they undertake without any publicity. Now, moving from charity works to music, gospel musicians elect Ruben Okala as new chairman. The Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers of Nigeria, FOGMON, Abuja chapter has elected a new chairman. Mr. Ruben Okala, veteran broadcaster and former NTA reporter, emerged winner in the keenly contested election held in Abuja. He defeated two other contestants to become the new chairman of the Abuja chapter of the body of all gospel musicians in Nigeria. Speaking at the occasion, the national president of FOGMON, Prince Asoekie, urged the new executive led by Ruben Okala to ensure unity of all gospel musicians in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. Asoekie, who affirmed his optimism in the Ruben Okala-led ESCO, stated that they will perform excellently after having proven themselves in other duties given them before now by the fellowship. Asoekie therefore called on the federal government to support gospel musicians in their quest to impact spirituality and morality in the society. For his part, Ruben Okala, in his acceptance speech, stated categorically that FOGMON will soon outshine Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, PMAN. He therefore called on gospel musicians, especially members of FOGMON, to support the new ESCO in its quest to advance the cause of gospel music in Nigeria. NEN reports that the Fellowship of Gospel Music Ministers of Nigeria, FOGMON, is currently in 23 states of the Federation, Europe, America, as well as South Africa. Now it's time for Business Roundup with Comfort, James, and Chi will be returning after the break to do just that. Thank you for staying with us.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining, and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
One time in the Bible, Solomon came to dedicate the temple that he has built unto the Lord, and the Bible said the glory of God fell mightily in the house. Join me as I come to Bayelsa on the 9th of March, 7 a.m. for the dedication of the church building, Omega Family Street, Bayelsa State Church. Be my guest, and I believe God for His glory to be seated on the building. I'll see you in Bayelsa.
Heaven is still recruiting people. Many people are on the pulpit, but as far as God is concerned, they are still on the line.
Ministers Without Blemish 2020 March edition.
God does not grow ministry. God grows the minister. When the minister grows, the ministry grows.
The Minister Without Blemish March edition 2020. It has been refreshing, rejuvenating, and revitalizing.
The worst thing that can happen to a man is that your ministry has ended, but your church is still running.
The word of God is practically preached on the altar.
How to know you are disconnected from God is that materialism becomes your yardstick for growth.
Wherever you are all over the world, find your way to this place. Everything you are looking for is in the Minister Without Blemish. The March edition of the International Ministers Conference.
Heaven is still recruiting people. Many people are on the pulpit, but as far as God is concerned, they are still on the line.
Ministers Without Blemish 2020 March edition.
God does not grow ministry. God grows the minister. When the minister grows, the ministry grows.
The Minister Without Blemish March edition 2020. It has been refreshing, rejuvenating, and revitalizing.
The worst thing that can happen to a man is that your ministry has ended, but your church is still running.
The word of God is practically preached on the altar.
How to know you are disconnected from God is that materialism becomes your yardstick for growth.
Wherever you are all over the world, find your way to this place. Everything you are looking for is in the Minister Without Blemish. The March edition of the International Ministers Conference.
Heaven is still recruiting people. Many people.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Mark.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining, and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Mark.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining, and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome to Business Roundup on Newsdesk. I am Comfort James. Before we proceed to our stories for the day, let's take a quick look at the top business headlines for the day. NOGIC 2020 NPR agencies make impressive deliveries. Microsoft scores a touchdown with NFL deal for teams. ICPC conducts ethics and integrity compliance on government organizations. Apple will pay up to $500 million to settle lawsuit over slowing down older iPhones. Askifa offers free sanitizers and nose masks over confirmation of COVID-19 in Lagos, Nigeria. Google canceled its biggest annual event over coronavirus fears. Nigerian lawmakers affirm heightened collaborative focus of NNPC Group. Now to the day's stories. NOGIC 2020 MPR agencies make impressive deliveries. The Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Temipre Silva, was in attendance of the closing ceremony of the 18th Nigerian Oil and Gas Industry Games. Also present with the minister to witness the collaboration and collective wins were captains of the oil and gas sector in Nigeria. The agencies of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources that participated made impressive deliveries with a combined medal reward of 80, representing over 40% of the total number of medals won. A further breakdown revealed that the four agencies, NNPC, Nigeria's Petroleum Industry Regulator, Department of Petroleum Resources, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board, and the Petroleum Training Institute received 36 bronze, 25 silver, and 19 gold awards out of the total 199 medals won in the course of the tournament, with a combined award of 48 medals representing 13 gold, 16 silver, and 19 bronze ahead of 11 participants at the tournament. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation emerged as the overall winner of the 18th Nigeria Oil Industry Games. Congratulations to them on that one. Moving forward, ICPC conducts ethics and integrity compliance on government organizations. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has conducted an ethics and integrity compliance scorecard on 108 government organizations based on corporate governance indicators. The scorecard shows that only 27 ministries, departments, and agencies are fully compliant with standards of ethics and integrity in their management, finance, and admin systems. From 19 government ministries assessed, no ministry scored full compliance, and only 5 scored between 70 to 95% with substantial compliance. 11 ministries scored between 50 to 69%, while 2 non-compliant ministries scored between 1 to 49%, leaving 1 ministry not responsive. The following top 5 ministries scored the highest on the ICPC's Ethics and Integrity Compliance Scorecard on the Management Culture and Structure Indicator. Nigeria's Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, 25.8%. Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, Nigeria, 25.6%. Federal Ministry of Environment, 22.5%. Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, Nigeria, 21.6%. Nigeria's Federal Ministry of Industry, Trade, Investment, 22.1%. The scorecard assessed 89 parastatals, from which 27 scored between 95 to 100% of recording full compliance. 5 parastatals scored between 70 to 94%. 44 parastatals scored between 50 to 69%. 17 parastatals scored between 1 to 49%, and 1 parastatal was non-responsive, scoring 0%. Now, out of the 89 parastatals assessed on the ICPC's Ethics and Integrity Compliance Scorecard, the Pension Transitional Arrangement Directorate is adjudged to be the best in terms of sound administrative systems, with a score of 27%. The ICPC's Ethics and Integrity Compliance Scorecard shows that most government organizations are not complying to standards of ethics and integrity in carrying government businesses. Now, down to Nigeria's most commercialized city, as Kifa offers free sanitizers and nose mask over confirmation of COVID-19 in Lagos, Nigeria. The deadly coronavirus has been tagged a global pandemic due to its rapid spread across the continent, including Africa. On Friday, 28 February, in Nigeria's most commercialized city, Lagos, a first case of an infected person was confirmed, and ever since the city has been uptight as to curtailing the deadly virus. Now, while numbers of suspected cases is on the rise, every Nigerian has been implored by the government to take necessary and preventive measures in fighting the epidemic. On this note, ASCII, a leading technology platform, is giving out free sanitizers and nose masks to individuals and corporate organizations as part of its commitment to making Lagos State a conducive habitat. Meanwhile, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has released a circular asking the masses to report any outlet with overpriced hand sanitizers or face masks. Endeavor to do so. And finally, on Business Roundup, Nigerian lawmakers affirm heightened collaborative focus of NNPC Group. Accompanied by the Group Managing Director, Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, Malam Mary Yari, the Honorable Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Temipre Silva, led the Senate Joint Committee on Petroleum Resources ranging from upstream, downstream, and gas on a high-level visit to Atlas Cove Depot. Now, this was instanced by the need to assess vandal containment action of Nigerian security forces and the status of the ongoing capacity upgrade of the depot, and in line with the oversight function of the Senate committees. The lawmakers affirmed the heightened collaborative focus of the NNPC Group with the relevant security forces towards containing activities of pipeline vandals in the area, while applauding the ongoing work towards the capacity upgrade at the depot. The visiting lawmakers were led by the chairman, Senator Sambo Mohamed Nakudu, and consist of Senators Philip Aduda, Albert Barsi, James Manager, Ifeanyi Uba, and Gabriel Suswan. And that's it on Business Roundup. Returning after the break is Ruth Obuzege with a lineup of other interesting news stories. We'll be right back. Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Mart.
Ruth Obuzege.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining, and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk, the whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome to Newsdesk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV Newsdesk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV Newsdesk. The whole truth.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Comfort. And now on sport, I will knock out Pulev, says Joshua in the 11th round. British world champion Anthony Joshua says he is confident of knocking out Kubrat Pulev in the 11th round when the two take each other on later this year. The fight was yesterday confirmed for June 20 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, with Pulev the mandatory IBF challenger to take on Joshua. Pulev has only been defeated once in his professional career, losing to Wladimir Klitschko in 2014. But speaking to William Hill, Joshua seemed excited to be the prospect of taking on the Bulgarian. Pulev has been in the game for a while. He went to the top level and then he got defeated, Joshua said. Pulev knows his way around the ring. The boxer had had his chance at the top level and now he's coming back again, so he's probably going to try and get it right. Joshua has said he will be expecting a more polished, smarter Pulev, and he can bang a beat as well. Pulev has had a few knockouts on his record as well. He can bang and he can box, so he's a boxer puncher. He added that it's kind of like what his style is, as well as to be a good matchup for sure, and that they are going to box. People are going to see some skills, and they are probably going to see a knockout as well, because they have got two boxer punches. When pressed to give a prediction on the fight, Joshua simply said round 11. In another news on sport, Liverpool beaten again as Chelsea is into FA Cup quarters. Chelsea inflicted a third defeat in 4 games on Liverpool to reach the FA Cup quarterfinals, as goals from Willian and Ross Barkley gave Frank Lampard's men a much-needed lift at Stamford Bridge on Tuesday. Liverpool remain well on course for a first league title in 30 years with a 22-point lead at the top of the Premier League, but run the risk of their competitive campaign coming to an early end once the title is swung up, unless they can overturn a 1-0 first leg deficit against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League next week. Jogging Club made 7 changes to the Liverpool side, beaten for the first time in 45 Premier League games at Watford on Saturday, but still named a far stronger side than the youthful teams that had seen off Everton and Shrewsbury to reach the 5th round. The European champions seemed keen to make amends and keep their chances of a treble alive early on, but were denied by the returning Kepa Arrizabalaga in the Chelsea goal as the first of a string of saves from the Spaniard denied Sadio Mane. The return of the world's most expensive goalkeeper was one of 6 Lampard's made from a 2-2 weekend draw at Bournemouth, with Willian also coming back into the team. A run of 5 wins in 16 league games and a 3-0 thrashing at home by Bayern Munich in the first leg of the Champions League last 16 tie last week meant the pressure was on Chelsea to keep the hopes of silverware this season alive. And they got the lift they needed from the opening goal as Liverpool's understudy goalkeeper Adrian undid the good work of a brilliant save from Willian within a minute. The Brazilian was gifted possession against just outside the Liverpool box, and this time Adrian could only turn his powerful drive into the bottom corner. The host needed Kepa to show why he spent $92 million on him just over 18 months ago, as he made 3 reaction saves in a matter of seconds to deny Mane, Divock Origi and Takumi Minamino what seemed a certain equalizer. However, Chelsea then lost Mateo Kovacic and Willian to injury either side of half-time to further deplete Lampard's midfield options. But that may provide the opportunity Barkley needs to kickstart his flagging career at the Bridge. The England international doubled Chelsea's lead in spectacular style midway through the second half as he galloped forward from inside his own half, leaving Fabinho in his wake before smashing past a drain from outside the area. Moments later, Chelsea should have been out of sight as a mix-up in the Liverpool defense allowed Pedro to run clean through on goal. The 32-year-old does not have the pace at his prime at Barcelona, though, and with Gomez closing in, he fired too close to a drain. Klopp threw Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah and James Milner in the final 20 minutes, but the German is yet to win a domestic cup competition in his first 5 seasons at Anfield, and that wait will go on. Despite the changes, it was Chelsea who continued to look the more likely team to score again as Adrian produced a brilliant save to turn Olivier Giroud's strike onto the bar. Now that's the size of the news today on Celebration Television News Desk. But in case you missed out on any of the news items, here are top stories for the day again. Service chiefs, Nigeria's Senate asks president to use federal character. Brazil hit by deadly rain and landslides. I spend $2 million monthly on charity, says Father Mbaka. ICPC conducts ethics and integrity compliance on government organizations. I will knock Pulev out in 11th round, says Joshua. Now quickly let's take a look at the photo of the day. Now if you cannot hide the wires, embrace the wires, the photo says. What can you make out of this? Well, for me, I really think that this is a clear understanding when we say when lemons are thrown to you, you make lemonade, a sweet juice at that from the lemons that are thrown at you. Now, I would like to say that whatever the matter is with you, like whatever life has conformed you to or with, you can always have a good thing out of anything. Do not sit back and feel like the worst thing is happening to you. You can make something out of almost nothing that is around you. Now that is my opinion about the photo of the day. I'd like you to share your opinion with us using our social media handles on Facebook, Celebration TV, on Instagram, My Celebration TV, on Twitter at My Celebration TV, and on YouTube, Celebration TV. The continuous transformation of our society is a collective responsibility of all, no matter the office you hold. As a nation's president, a thought leader, an opinion molder, a character builder, a professional, or even as a person pursuing passion, you have a duty to give your all to making the society a better place for us and generations to come. Play your part and do it with all diligence. I am Ruth Obos again. Thank you so much for being with us on Newsdesk on Celebration Television today. Have a lovely day ahead and goodbye for now.
14.7 trillion naira by the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offence.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosun